Barack Obama was born in Honolulu, Hawaii on August 4, 1961. Barack Obama is a former senator from Illinois and the 44th President of the United States. Obama served one term in the Illinois Senate and is the first African American President of the United States. Barack Obama's net worth is $70 million. That is a combined net worth with his wife Michelle Obama. Profession: politician, lawyer, writer, author, and law professor. Nicknames: Barry, the One, Mr. President. Trademark: loud, strong voice when delivering speeches. Grace under pressure. Mole just to the left of his nose. Barack Obama's height: 185.4 centimeters. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. Nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. There's not a liberal America and a conservative America. There's the United States of America. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself. And it will leave you unfulfilled. We don't ask you to believe in our ability to bring change, rather, we ask you to believe in yours. In the unlikely story that is America, there has never been anything false about hope. Change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. In the face of impossible odds, people who love this country can change it. We may not be able to stop evil in the world, but how we treat one another is entirely up to us. My identity might begin with the fact of my race, but it couldn't end there. At least that's what I would choose to believe. All too rarely do I hear people asking just what it is that we've done to make so many children's hearts so hard. Or what collectively we might do to right their moral compass, what values we must live by. You might be locked in a world not of your own making, her eyes said, but you still have a claim on how it is shaped. You still have responsibilities. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. Change is never easy, but always possible. You can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. The worst thing that colonialism did was to cloud our view of our past. It's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. Each path to knowledge involves different rules, and these rules are not interchangeable. Our stories may be singular, but our destination is shared. While we breathe, we will hope. Someone once said that every man is trying to live up to his father's expectations or make up for their father's mistakes. My little girls can break my heart. They can make me cry just looking at them eating their string beans. What makes a man is not the ability to have a child, but having the courage to raise one. All the education and good intentions in the world couldn't help plug up the holes in the universe or give you the power to change its blind, mindless course. Reading is important. If you know how to read, then the whole world opens up to you. I wish the country had fewer lawyers and more engineers. Words do inspire. There's nobody to guide through the process of becoming a man, to explain to them the meaning of manhood, and that's a recipe for disaster. We may come from different places and have different stories, but we share common hopes, and one very American dream. You have the ability and gifts to do whatever you want. It is your turn now to change the world. Yes, we can. You can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig. But you see, a rich country like America can perhaps afford to be stupid. Be conscious of God and speak always the truth. Scientists and engineers ought to stand side by side with athletes and entertainers as role models. Each of us deserves the freedom to pursue our own version of happiness. No one deserves to be bullied. Change we need. A nation that can't control its energy sources, can't control its future. We will outstretch the hand if you unclench your fist. Cynicism is a sorry kind of wisdom. Change won't come from the top. Change will come from mobilized grassroots. I think perhaps education doesn't do us much good unless it is mixed with sweat. The big house and the nice suits and the other things that our money culture says you should buy betrays a poverty of ambition. What Washington needs is adult supervision. There is no excuse for not trying. For we know that our patchwork heritage is a strength, not a weakness. The best anti-poverty program is a world-class education. I'm so overexposed, I'm making Paris Hilton look like a recluse. If they bring a knife to the fight, we bring a gun. Don't let your failures define you. Religious freedom doesn't mean you can force others to live by your own beliefs. What matters is how well we have loved.